Sophia.
And I'm Adrian.
And this is Good Evening KU. So how are you, first off? Good?
I am good. Just a little stressed, a little sleep deprived.
Yeah,
How are you?
Yeah, I agree. I know you told me earlier you were up studying for like hours last night.
Yes, I was actually here in Anschutz until 3 a.m. I had to do some programming and coding for my meteorology class. So it's been a little stressful. Have some tests this week.
Yeah. Well, stay strong, man. I know it's hard to focus on yourself, especially with like midterms and big exams coming up recently.
Yes.
I know it's like really difficult. So I
Takes
think
a lot out of you.
Oh yeah, I think some good study tips, at least that work for me, is like taking a walk. Even if you're in Anschutz, like getting up for 5 minutes and walking around to like clear your head. Because the library at night is like a really interesting feeling.
It's so
like,
peaceful and quiet.
I know, but once you're here for a while, you kind of start losing it. So
yeah, it's like I feel like I live here at this point, so I don't even know why I pay rent.
I know you should just live in like a closet here.
Yeah. Do you think anybody would even notice?
No, they wouldn't. It's Anschutz.
You're right. You're right.
Anyway, so you have a test coming up. Yes. I also have an oral exam that's worth like 15% of my grade for Spanish. So working on that right now. Love midterms, which I thought midterms were earlier, but my teacher called this a midterm.
Yeah,
so.
see, I was confused with that. I know we were discussing this before we came on, that some people call the test midterms, some people just call them tests.
Yeah.
I use both.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's a test, and it's defining.
Regardless,
grade,
it's going to be stressful, and
yeah.
we're going to hate it. So.
Exactly. So I know we've been busy, but have you been keeping up with the impeachment or anything?
You know, I've seen a lot of it on my social media feed, but
yeah.
honestly, I haven't had time to really check into detail about it.
Yeah.
But I hear there's a lot of drama and some tea that's been spilled that I should probably check out.
I know. I've been seeing it all over Twitter, but I just keep seeing like headlines and I don't actually read it. So I feel like it's been going on for so long. I don't even know like what's happening at this point.
I feel like it's always something different, something new every week, a different headline. It's just really hard to keep up with everything.
Exactly. I don't have the time. Not with school. Not with school.
No.
Also in the news, Kanye West, I guess, is doing stuff now.
Yeah, I saw that he performed at a prison.
Yeah, which I guess is cool. He went and performed at Joel Osteen's church. If you had told me 5 years ago that he would be performing in churches, I would laugh at your face.
I would have too.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. The Kanye that I knew, I never would have thought that would happen. But hey, I guess he's turned over a new leaf, so that's fun.
More power to him.
Yeah.
If that helps him sleep at night.
Whatever floats your boat, man.
So,
sorry, go.
Oh, I did want to ask you, so I know as we are approaching finals, a lot of students are getting very stressed. Do you have any like healthy stress tips?
If I did, I wouldn't be stressed, you know? But also I think, like I said, taking a walk, but also just kind of like eating. I feel like, I know you told me like you either eat a lot or you don't eat at all. And I feel like so many students do that too. So eating, making sure you're like drinking water, because a lot of times I'll just drink coffee and then I'll be so dehydrated and then I feel like crap. So doing that. What about you? Do you have any?
Just making sure you get enough sleep.
Oh gosh. You're one to talk. You're here till 3 a.m.
I know. But we're talking about healthy.
Other people.
Other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, let's be honest. I have a couple issues.
Don't we
Just
all?
kidding. Yeah. At this point, we're towards the end of the semester. I think everybody has a couple screws loose at this point.
It is. That's very true. That's very true. But I agree. Definitely getting sleep is very important.
Yes. And making sure you eat too. Like, I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Don't overeat. I mean, I love food. Catch me at a buffet anytime, but...
Yo, King Buffet is like the best one in Lawrence.
You know, I've been there one time and it was so good, and I swear they were about to kick me out because I was trying to stay all day. I was trying to get my money's worth.
You're like, can I live here?
But yeah, there you go.
Also, with talking about food, Thanksgiving's coming up. Do you like Thanksgiving food?
Is that even a question?
I know. I don't like turkey. I think I'm a ham person, not a turkey person. Turkey is dry and flavorless, and I stand by that. Honey baked ham is the only way to go.
You know, Sophia, I'm sorry. That door right there, we're going to have to cut this short. You're going to have to leave. How could you?
It's hard to be wrong sometimes. I get it. Anyway, so have fun with Thanksgiving break, and then shortly after that, we're going to be done with this semester, and you'll have a great month off, and then you have to come back and suffer again. So, yeah. And then we are expecting some rainfall. I think.
Yes, we could actually see a couple thunderstorms, but you have to check that back in the forecast. But next is news.
Yes, thank you for coming with us.
See ya.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Nicole, and this is your Good Evening KU News Update. 3
students, including the gunman, died as a result of a school shooting that took place last week in California. 4 other students were injured, and Saugus High School officials announced Sunday that it will remain closed until December 2nd. The shooting took place on the shooter's 16th birthday, and a motive for the attack is still unknown.
The Texas Court of Criminal Appeals halted the execution of death row inmate Rodney Reed on Friday. The ruling came after the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles unanimously recommended delaying Reed's execution by 120 days. The decision comes amid widespread protest of Reed's execution.
2 chemistry professors at Henderson State University in Arkansas were arrested Friday for allegedly manufacturing meth in the university's chemistry lab. Dr. Terry Bateman and Bradley Rowland were the subjects of an investigation carried out by local and a narcotics task force. The investigation was opened after the 2 were placed on leave in October when a chemical odor was reportedly coming from their lab.
26-year-old Andrew Walden, who was convicted in a hit-and-run accident that left multiple people injured in May of 2017, has been sentenced to 18 months of probation. As a condition of the probation, Walden must serve 60 days in jail. The hit-and-run occurred when Walden rear-ended a broken-down car that multiple people were trying to push, striking both the car and the pedestrians.
Kansas basketball pummeled Monmouth 112-57 for their second win of the season. After a quick start that gave the Jayhawks an early lead, the Jayhawks stepped up and took their defense to a sweeping run that left Monmouth trailing by 55 points. The Jayhawks play East Tennessee State tomorrow night.
Kansas football lost 31-13 to Oklahoma State on Saturday, adding to the many turnovers 3 different Kansas quarterbacks threw interceptions. The loss dropped the Jayhawks to 3-1 overall and 1-6 in the conference, officially losing the team's shot to entering a bowl game. Kansas will play Iowa State next weekend.
This has been your Good Evening KU News Update. Stick around and Adrian will be back with the weather.
Hello and welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Adrian Campa here with your weather forecast. Now, taking a look at current weather. Right now, we have mostly cloudy skies, but we are up to 59 degrees. We did get above 60 degrees today, so we finally warmed up after that big Arctic blast that we had last week. Now, the winds are from the northwest at 5 miles an hour and a 0% chance of precipitation. But looking into the future for this evening from 6 to 9 p.m., temperatures should fall to around 48 degrees at 9, and our wind should remain light from the west, shifting a bit to the west-northwest to around 7 miles an hour at night. And our clouds should remain partly cloudy, and they will start to break up, especially after 9 p.m. Now that leaves us for tonight. A low of 36 degrees with mostly clear skies. After midnight, that's when the clouds should really break apart, and our winds will remain light from the west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And again, no chance of precipitation tonight. Now tomorrow, mainly sunny skies, a lot warmer. And we're also having a game tomorrow. So at our game, if you're planning on going to Allen Fieldhouse, beautiful, beautiful day expected. High temperature of 66 degrees. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a little warmer, approaching 70, because our winds will be from the southeast, bringing some warmer air up. That warmer air, when they come from the south, that allows for our temperature to actually increase when skies are clear. So plan for that. But Wednesday, this is when our next storm system comes through. We're expecting this little L right here. That is a low pressure system. And Wednesday, that's going to be moving through our area. Now, all this green and some yellow and orange, those are rain showers that are going to be moving through. I do think we could see a few thunderstorms, not expecting anything severe, but just plan ahead. If you have any plans Wednesday, there are potentially some thunderstorms expected for our area. Now, looking at our extended forecast, a high of 66 tomorrow, Wednesday 68, pushing 70, but there is that 90% chance of some thunderstorms. Now, for Thursday, high of 52, and that's due to that cold front that's coming through Wednesday. And then Friday, another system could be pushing through. It's too early to tell impacts right now, but only a high of 38, so getting back into a more winter-like pattern. Then warming up over the weekend with mostly sunny conditions expected. High of 51 Saturday, high of 56 Sunday, before starting to warm up on Monday at 56. But next week, still looking pretty nice. It's just this Wednesday we have to look to, and Friday, because those are our next big storm systems we have to watch out for. But overall, looking pretty nice and more fall-like. Well, that is all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.